Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Subrata Sarker. I'm a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry more than 22 years. Today, I'll be discussing very interesting topic, that is cryo-engineering or cryogenic engineering. Now, what is cryogenic means actually? The word cryogenic, the word cryo comes from a Greek word which means cold. Now, how much cold? Then you can say it is a cryo. If it is 0 degree, whether you can say it is a cryo? No. Cryo means it is very cold, minus 180 degrees centigrade and below that actually, less than that actually, that is a cryogenic. And there are a lot of study on it. There are a lot of manufacturing engineering applications are there in cryogenic. Because basically, liquid nitrogen actually is used as a medium for using this cryogenic exercise. There are 5 areas in industry majorly use cryogenic applications. Number 1 is aerospace industry. There are cryogenic rocket engines are there. In manufacturing industry, mechanical manufacturing industry for fitment purposes, transition fit it is used. And in the medical field also, like for storing purposes, storing of the bloods, etc., medicines, etc. And electronics field, difficult to separate the composite material. In fuel research industry also use cryogenic applications actually. Now, in manufacturing industry, which we used to call sustainable manufacturing and future manufacturing, where we use this liquid nitrogen instead of normal conventional coolant. When metal is cutting in engineering industry, steel needs to be cut with some cutting tools. So you need to give some liquid on it, which is called technically coolant. Now, and that is a water temperature, basically 20 degrees centigrade, 30 degrees centigrade, and some chemical property. But instead of that, if you can inject minus 180 degree cold, then that, so this was the concept actually. So now this is a cryogenic machining is going on. Instead of giving water with some chemicals during the cutting action of the metal to reduce the temperature of the cutting tool as well as the metal to improve the productivity and tool life, nowadays in the sustainable manufacturing concept, this liquid nitrogen is used for machining of the metallic materials. And it has got is seen that surface finish is improved actually by if you use this liquid nitrogen as a coolant, and a lot of other productivity and the total productivity is improved by applying this cryogenic material. And in surgery, in medical application also find that blood storage etc. the liquid nitrogen is used. There are a lot of medicine, this liquid nitrogen is used for storing special medicine. And as I said already, in rocket engine this liquid nitrogen is used. And in commercial way it has come, there are barrels, this type of liquid nitrogen storing barrel, and it goes, and in industry they call this barrel tankers. And this tanker depending on the requirement, there are small storage tanks like that. These are where you can put this liquid nitrogen and then you can use as per your requirement, like so. And that liquid nitrogen is a very dangerous, as it is minus 180 degrees centigrade. It is a hazardous for your eyes, hazardous for your skin. So you need to have a good protection, safety protections. There are a lot of gloves and braces and then these are very costly, these cryogenic gloves. I have been used this cryogenic gloves so many times in my engineering industry. Like cost of one gloves is say about 20,000 rupees, which is very costly with respect to the normal industrial gloves actually. You can see here in this picture I am working with this liquid nitrogen and fitting some shaft into a hole actually. There is a transition feed, so if you immerse this steel shaft into liquid nitrogen by minus 200 degrees centigrade temperature, it got shrink and gets smaller. Then you insert into the product where you want to insert it, then it will automatically expand in few seconds. So this is basically a special fitment process in manufacturing industry. You can see here one of my previous companies used to do this type of transition feed of the mechanical components like this way. So bad like in bearing fitment on the machine components, these are the things actually. And this is a very interesting process, and I have done more than 10 years experience on this liquid nitrogen transition feed in manufacturing industry. So we find this presentation is given some new information on the special area of manufacturing or engineering applications. You can share with your friends. And if you have not yet subscribed my channel, you can subscribe my channel by clicking on this bell icon so that you can get the notification for my future presentation. Thanks a lot for your attention and time.